On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. So we are going to give now another update. An update into the triple fatal knockings and clappings by the police that took place in East Kingston on November 10th along Windward Road. Now I've gone through my comments, I've read some DMs and I've seen where some people is kind of having some sort of misunderstanding about my utterance in relation to the police fatal knockings and clappings of the tree. Some persons are stating that I'm trying to justify the actions of the police by stating that the persons that lost their lives weren't innocent persons by a long shot. But that in itself is a fact. They were not innocent little boys that the police them just murder. I do agree. From video footages seen by On The Spot News Media that I have in my possession, it would seems as if that the police actions was not in accordance with the law at the time the three met their demise. Hence the reason why the cops were arrested. So I could dig a little bit deeper into this in the morning here. Then of course we're going to move on to our next story. So for those who don't remember, let me give you a quick refresher. The knockings and clappings occurred on Sunday, November 10th, resulting in the loss of life of these three. Now on your screen is the three teens. I've always showed different pictures, but I chose to show these three pictures this morning. So you can see that indeed, even though how the police conducting themselves was wrong, those were not little innocent boys that just get murdered in the streets. It's not a justification, but just stating the fact. So they have since been identified as 17-year-old O'Shane Stubbs, 19-year-old Orlando Campbell, and 20-year-old Kashan Smith. So the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, outlined the raft of charges against the police corporal and the constable in a statement on Monday. So INDECOM says that the charges are based on the ruling from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. In addition to the fatal knockings and clappings of the tree, the police corporal and the constable have been charged jointly with 3 counts of using a firearm to commit a felony and discharging a firearm in a public space. The 2 policemen are also charged with 2 counts of perverting the course of justice, which INDECOM says they did by making a false report and planting or placing a firearm at the scene. The duo has also been charged with willfully making a false statement to an investigator, Indicom says the corporal and the constable are expected to be placed before the courts this week. So on Sunday, November 10th, preliminary investigations states that the two policemen said that they were on patrol in a service vehicle when they accosted three men. The men reportedly opened a fire at them. The police reportedly returned the fire and conning up all three men. So Indicom later revealed that it had uncovered significant evidence during its early investigative work that warranted the arrest of the two police officers. So on the spot news media now have certain information that the 19-year-old Keshawn Smith, presently on your screen, also known as Bwoyz, was reportedly a top-ranking member of the Anderson Road track gang. So that area called Woodford Park, you have a certain part of it, Anderson Road, where a section known as track, them have an ongoing gang violence, gang flare-up, gang warfare presently in that particular area right now. So Keshawn Smith, this one presently on your screen, known as Bwoyz, was a top-tier member of that particular gang. He was also a close associate of this other known and reputed criminal element known as Calvin Simon, otherwise known as CJ, a high-ranking member also of the Anderson Road track gang. So at the time of his demise, he was out on bail for the alleged fatal knockings and clappings of Kimanio Darrell, a 26-year-old taxi operator. He was arrested on May 15th and granted bail on September 18th with conditions to report to the Half-a-Tree police station every Wednesday. So Keshawn Smith was also said to be involved in multiple robberies across eastern Kingston, Rallington Town, and Doncaster. Sources also stated that Keshawn Smith often used taxi systems or taxi entities such as InDrive and rob the drivers of their valuables and sometimes their vehicles. So he has posted on social media these images of himself posing with firearms. Now we're going to talk about the other one, 19-year-old Orlando Campbell. He's said to be a car wash attendant. He too was reportedly a member of the Anderson Road track gang. He reportedly participated in gang robberies, including targeting InDrive and other taxi operators, robbed them, do the same thing, thief them car, whatsoever the case may be, and he too was also seen brandishing firearms on social media. O'Shane Stubbs, otherwise known as Moonhead, was also an alleged member of the Anderson Road track gang. So all of them not innocent like how some people may think. And again, I am in total agreement that how the police carried out that particular knockings and clappings seems to me, I may be wrong, seems to me that it was not in accordance with the law. Hence the reason why they were arrested and will be brought before the court this week. So I hope that this, what I just stated, shed some sort of light in the minds of the regular ones and ones them who would have thought that these were just three innocent boys that was brutally cut down by the police in the streets. Now, as I stated, and I will say it again, how the police conducted themselves would seems as if they were not acting in accordance with the law, hence the reason why they're presently behind bars. But that does not take away from the fact that the three that lost their lives was not innocent little boys. So anyway, make we continue. Now, we are going to talk about some criminal elements who have found their way in the parish of St. Mary. Well, one of the criminal elements that I will be making mention of is actually from that parish, but he has returned to the parish seeking refuge because he's now on the run from the long arms of the law in the parish of St. James. Now, the persons that I will be making mention of, they are aligned to the St. James base, CLM base, KDF gang, the same gang that was controlled by the now deceased Clive Lawson, aka Greedy, who was taken out during an armed confrontation with the police in the parish of Hanover. So on your screen is a criminal element known as Jace. He's said to be the one that is originally from the parish of St. Mary. He was one of the criminal elements in that clique that was being led by Greedy when they carried out that fatal knockings and clappings in Salem. When they were leaving the scene of that knockings and clappings, they were caught on surveillance cameras leaving the scene of the shooting and entering into a Markex that was waiting to take them from that scene. So Jace was indeed a part of that. Also a part of that clique is this criminal element here, identified by his alias as Suchman. So Suchman is in the black and he's standing beside Jace in the red. Now on your screen is a picture of the said criminal element that I just made mention of, known as Jace. And of course in his hand you can clearly see that it's an illegal firearm, because Jace is definitely not the holder of a licensed firearm. He's a known criminal element. So I'm pretty sure that some of the regular ones them out there are gonna say it's a prop firearm and not a real one, as they just did a music video and he just took a picture with the prop gun, because that is normally their go-to saying for say, boy, the thing in a them hand not real, is just a prop strap. But we know better. We have been around long enough for know and understand how them criminal elements operate and know for a fact that them are some old dirty kind of boy. But since that particular knockings and clappings that was led by Greedy and then Greedy's demise thereafter, they have both fled to the parish of St. Mary, trying to escape the long arm of the law in St. James. Now the St. Mary people, you know especially Funa native. So if you say Jace, or probably he's known by a different name in a St. Mary, because we know how them criminal element they go to work, man. When them drop in our new place, them just give themselves a new alias and assumed name. So you know the face, you probably not know him as that name there, but at the same person we attack. Because the face can change, the name can, but the face can't change. So once you see him back in our community and any other strange face man that he might have brought along with him, just note that these are known and active gang members who is aligned to the Ketan Lane Defense Force gang from out of Salem in St. James. And they are indeed wanted by the long arms of the law in the parish of St. James. So push them out. And not just the fact that police want them. Them a criminal element. So other criminal elements hunt them. And do remember that if criminal elements come get them, and you are in their immediate company, your goose I go get cooked too. So you are most definitely attracting to you by keeping them in your immediate surrounding. You attract death and destruction by yourself and by extension your community. So again, be warned, these two criminal elements are now in your parish. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.